Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video I've talked about on my social media a little bit and also on my Q&A video. So I'll be talking about my opinions on dating and relationships. So I've decided to talk about this today. One, because I thought it would be an interesting topic. I really enjoy videos by Melanie Murphy and Jessie B, and they talk about relationships and a lot of stuff like that, and I thought it was really interesting. I really enjoyed watching them and wanted to make a kind of similar one myself and just kind of share my opinions on certain things. Another reason why I decided to make this is because every time I try and talk about my opinion in real life with people, they get defensive or mad or just start yelling at me, and everyone has their own opinion, but being rude about it when you're trying to talk about what you believe in is not cool. And I think making videos about things I believe in or my opinions is a good idea, because then at least I can get my opinion out without people disrupting me before I actually finish. So yeah, every time I talk about this with people, they get super defensive, and I just like really weird about it, so I thought I'd just explain it in a video, and then, you know, if people ask, I can just direct them here, so hello if that's why you're here. I mostly want to talk about the whole dating thing and why I don't really like it and stuff like that, and that isn't to say I haven't been on dates and I haven't, you know, tried all that. It's just over time I've realised it's not really for me. I feel like dating is a very unnatural way to meet someone. I know that sounds silly because that's just, you know, what you do if you want a relationship these days, but I feel like when you date someone, you go on a few dates, if they go well, you keep going on dates with them, and then it naturally progresses into a relationship, right? Well, that's how it seems to go. But the thing is, for me at least, getting along with someone and liking hanging out with them doesn't necessarily mean I want a relationship with them. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, because once you've gone on a few dates, that's just what you do. It's like, oh well, you know, we've been out for a while and we may as well just be official. No, I'll be honest, I've been on a fair few dates from like Tinder or meeting someone like through a friend or things like that. This isn't to say any of them are awful, so I'm sorry if anyone's watching this that I have been on a date with, but I haven't really been romantically interested in anyone I've been on a date with ever. Yeah, so I haven't really liked any of them, and it's not because they're bad people. Pretty much all of them have been wonderful people, and I still talk to some of them. They're like good friends and they're so nice, but I just felt nothing, and I'm like, well, if I feel nothing, why would I lead them on and go on lots of dates when I'm just gonna be like, oh hey, I didn't actually like you. Like, why do that? But then the thing is, if you go on a date and friends know or whatever, and then after it, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere, then they're like, they must be an awful person, that person you went on a date with, or oh, they like broke your heart, and it's like, no, it's not like that. So they're 2 pointers. So firstly, it's just, you're hanging out with someone you don't even know, and you're expected to have feelings for them, decide whether you want a serious relationship with them within a span of a few weeks, otherwise you're friend zoned, or you have to be in a relationship with them, and then, you know, the feelings will come later, it'll be fine. I would rather tell someone I'm not interested after the first date than get into a relationship, be with them for months, and realise I never liked them in the beginning. Because that's never happened before to me, totally. I also feel like it's a whole lot of pressure for it to go well. Like I said, if you tell friends or whatever and it doesn't go well, then, you know, something must be wrong, or, oh no, like you'll find someone that's perfect for you, but like, who cares? Personally, I'm happy how I am. I mean, like, obviously we all get like sad and single, and on Valentine's Day especially, when everyone's like rubbing it in your face. But seriously, I'm happy being single. I'm happy how I am. I don't need anyone. It's not to say if I meet someone I won't date them if I'm interested. It's just like I'm not actively looking. And I feel like that's the thing with dating, is it's not like, oh, I really like this person, I want to date them, see how it goes. It's just, it's almost not desperate, but it's like you're going out there and being like, I need to date someone, I need to be in a relationship, I can't be alone, so I need to go on lots of dates, I need to go on this many dates this in the next month, and you know, one of them's got to work out. Like, pretty much every single relationship that's gone well that I know of, people have just met naturally, and unfortunately I feel like that's not realistic these days, because yeah, either you meet them and it's just all of a sudden, yeah, let's go on a date, and then you're in that awkward dating thing, or you get to know them as friends and then they're friend zone. I ask this, like, what is wrong with getting to know someone, like getting to know the good side and the bad side, because let's be honest, everyone has one. When you see the flaws in someone and you like them, or you can deal with them when you actually like someone, I feel like it takes a while for that to happen, whereas when you're dating someone, people show their best selves, which is fine, because that's just what we do. We don't always think about it, we just do it. But when you get to know someone as a friend, it's like, you can be stupid, you can be like honest, you can do all this stuff, and then I feel like you end up liking someone through that sometimes, but then you're friend zoned. It's not that I don't think that exists, because yes, it does, and I have told people I wasn't interested because I wanted to be friends, and guys have done that to me, but the thing is, you're open about it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people these days are too scared to be alone, and you know, that's fair enough, each their own, but they end up in a relationship with someone they don't really like that much. And that sounds awful, but it's like, I feel like you should learn to be happy on your own instead of not really happy, but not alone with someone. And I also feel like these days people are scared to actually talk about these things with each other, especially when you're dating or in a relationship or whatever. Speaking about these things is important, and it's scary, and I am like so awkward and do not know how to bring things up. So yeah, if I do bring these things up, it's usually via text, but any way helps. Like, if you feel a certain way about someone or don't feel a certain way, then you should tell them. Obviously do it in a nice way, but not being on the same page sucks. Like, I think we've all been in a position both where we've been interested in someone and we just don't really know where they're at. Not asking them or them not telling you can be like, not heartbreaking, but it can be really hard, because you might think they are interested, they might be leading you on, taking you on dates, doing all this stuff, but really they just want to be friends, they're just hanging out with friends. Yes, communication is important. It's also hard when you try and communicate with people but they don't give back. So honestly, if someone doesn't give back, like what's the point? I know that sounds really dumb, but the thing is, if you want to try and fix something or communicate with someone about these things and they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, yeah, it's your problem, then get out. So I've also got some questions I'm going to answer from some people on Instagram. They've asked to be anonymous. So this is more my opinion on these things. Okay, so thoughts on dating apps and do they work? I guess because I'm not really into the dating thing, personally I don't think they'll work for me, although I do go on them occasionally. It's mainly just, you know, it's nice to have a conversation with people sometimes. I'm a lonely little bean, so I do just go on there to like have good conversations, and sometimes I actually make friends through it, so that's cool. For dating purposes, I think they can work for sure, and I've seen a lot of successful relationships that have started through dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, I don't know what else, I don't really use them. And so I do definitely think it can work. It just depends on the individual, I guess, and if the people are on the same page. Unfortunately, a lot of the people on those apps just want hookups, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. If someone wants a serious relationship and the other person wants to hook up, that is a bad combination, so it definitely can be hard, I guess, if you don't communicate in that aspect. How long do you think it should take to move on from a long relationship? This is another kind of tricky one. It depends on the person really and on the relationship. I've never been in a really long relationship, but I do think it depends on the situation. Like, obviously you've been together for a really long time, so it is going to be hard no matter the situation, I reckon. And I guess it's just be honest with yourself and don't just try and push it down and be like, yeah, I'm okay, when you're not. I think feeling things, although it can hurt, I feel like that is a massive way of moving forward. That's my opinion. Like I said, this video is my opinion. It doesn't mean this is fact, you should feel this way, you should do this. No, I don't know. Personally, I think if you feel things it can move along a bit quicker, I guess, or not necessarily quicker, but I guess shoving it down, you're just gonna kind of hold on to those issues longer, and I think feeling it, although it can be painful, I think that's really important. Also, if you need counselling or people like that, talk to your friends and family is really good as well. You see a lot of people, even on like those reality TV shows where they're finding love and stuff, they all seem to have some issue with love. They're like, oh, this person left me, this happened, this person cheated, or there's something, and I feel like everyone has one of those stories, and it's really sad. But I also think you should try and work through that as well before getting into another relationship, maybe. Everyone has baggage and all that stuff, so I think it is important to work through it before getting into something else, just because you don't want to bring that into that, and that's not to be rude or anything. Everyone has this stuff. But I guess if you have like had something like that and been cheated on or something like that, going into a new relationship when you don't really have trust in people or them can be really toxic, I guess. Favourite falling in love song to dance to? Yes, when seeing this question, I wrote a whole list of songs, so it was very hard for me to choose as well. I don't really have a favourite one. I do really like the song, it's not really to dance to, it's more of a slower one. Falling For You by the 1975 is a really beautiful song, and I really like that. I guess cute songs by Taylor. I've got a list here because I literally couldn't choose. I went through all their albums and wrote a few down. I do like Stay, 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 that's really a really cute song. Also Starlight, that's a song about two of Taylor's friends that fell in love. I don't really know the backstory of it heaps, but I think that song is really cute. Definitely, I'll leave the links to these below because they're really good songs and you definitely should check them out. And yeah, I've got a whole lot of others like Jump Then Fall by her. So I think that's pretty much all I want to talk about with that. So pretty much, long story short, I'm not into dating because it's, you know, the pressure to like someone, if it doesn't work out, it's bad apparently. I think communication is important. Yeah, I hope this video made sense. Although I had notes here, I was pretty much just talking off the top of my head because I couldn't really be bothered reading all this. Yeah, if you want me to talk about my opinions on anything else, or if you have any questions about this, I guess I could do a follow-up video, I don't know. So that's kind of my opinions on dating mostly, and I hope I answered your questions, the people that asked them. So I'll leave the links to the channels I referenced earlier if you want to go check them out. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. See ya!